Hey, what's up, folks? I'll put together this video for you. We're going to go over two methods of how to fillet crappie. Electric fillet knife that we have here. You can purchase these fillet knives from any big box store, Amazon, anywhere. It also comes with two different blades. This is the shorter blade. I'm going to use it today because I have a shorter fish, and it comes with a longer blade for a larger fish like a striper. And the second way, we're going to use the old standby fillet knife. I personally am quicker using an electric fillet knife, but we're going to do a couple of these fish both ways for you. So first we'll just start. We're going to go right under this dorsal fin, and we're just going to cut halfway through the fish. We want to cut down to this spine bone that runs along the fish here, and along this pectoral fin that runs along here. So let's get started. So we'll basically move the knife back and forth. We're not putting a lot of pressure. We're going to cut down about halfway. And then I'm going to turn the fillet knife at this point, and I'm going to attempt to follow this spine bone right down to the end. You see, I can see the tip here. Follow along real slow, and I'm going to stop right here and leave this skin attached to the tail. Flip it over. There's the meat that I want, and that's the rib cage. See where I followed right along the spine bone here? I'm going to come again. I'm going to lay the knife down flat. I'm going to start into the meat right against the skin, and I'm going to follow it right down. And I'm putting a little pressure, forward pressure, going this way. Now, no skin, did not scale this fish. There's the rib cage. So if you take your finger and follow the rib cage back to this point here, you've got ribs to here. You can fry that if you want to, but I don't like bones in my fish. So I'm going to start here, cut at an angle under the rib cage. There's my fillet. There's the rib cage. The bones run all the way across here. Discard that, lay this over here to wash. At this point, I'm going to flip the fish over and repeat what I did. Now, you'll see this is his gill plate here. See this gill plate? So there's meat all the way up here behind this gill plate. So I'm going to start at a little bit of an angle. And once I'm here, I feel that bone. I'm going to turn it. To lay my hand on it to hold it down. Back down to the tailbone again. Flip it over. Repeat the same process. I'm going to hold that skin with these two fingers here. I'm going to push with the knife. And that blade will flex. See how that blade flexes there? That blade will flex. And I'm just going to follow that skin right on out again. Flip that out of my way. Cut again here. Discard that, and there's my fillet. Again, I like to start with the dorsal fin towards me. Now, flip it over. Repeat the process. Put the two fingers here, hold it tight, and let the blade do the work for you. Start at the top again. Now, let's say you cut that off. I did that just to demonstrate this. Put your finger here, turn the knife blade, lay it down, push the blade right back through. Because that's going to happen. There's all of the skin here. In, down, flip it over. Now you notice I like coming to the edge of the table. See how I can get my hand perpendicular to the fillet, cut along the edge of the table. Now this crappie is smaller. I kept him for this demonstration, that even on a small crappie, this will still work. And I got a little fast and cut the tail off again. Don't get excited if you do. These two fingers holds the skin. You can take that right off. Now we're going to do it with the regular conventional fillet knife. With an electric fillet knife, I can fillet about 60 fish per hour. It's what I usually average. A little bit slower with the regular knife. And I hope this is sharp. So I'm going to basically start the same way. I'm going to start with his dorsal fin facing me. Now I have to apply a little bit more pressure. I cut down to the same place. I feel that spine bone there. I'm going to turn the blade again, sideways. Now see, I'm having to move the knife back and forth, and I can feel the blade flexing, and I'm going to push it right down to the tail and lay it over again. Same way. I'm going to go down, and this is, you have to feel for this. Keep the knife blade flat, and I'm pushing the knife blade through the fish this way. Find the rib cage. There's my fillet. There's my rib cage with the knife. Over again. Come under the dorsal fin. Cut him across at a 30-degree angle. Cut down. Again, I'm going to start through the skin, lay that knife down flat. See where my finger is here? Now, when I cut, I'm going to push and cut. I'm not going to pull. I'm going to push because I can control the blade. Push through the fillet like this. Cut the rib cage out. As a rule of thumb, if you have a bunch of crappie or any fish to fillet, if you will ice them down prior to cleaning them, they'll clean much better. These fish are really fresh. They just come out of the lake, and so they're a little bit more difficult to clean. A cold fish cleans much better than a warm fish. Okay, again, start at the head. I'm still pushing, and I slow down when I get to that point. Turn the knife flat, I'm pushing the knife through the fillet. Rib cage. A cold fish doesn't come apart like this, as a fresh fish does. But for demonstration purposes, we're going to do it this way. Still pushing that blade forward, following that skin. See, I leave no meat on that skin right there. Now you're going to mess up a few. Don't get excited if you do. I left a little extra meat right here. Don't get excited if you do. And practice makes perfect as always. Down through the fish, pushing. Now the bigger the fish, the harder these bones, the harder it is to push that blade through. That's why I like the electric fillet knife a little bit better. The fillet knife does some of the work for you and allows you to be able to control the blade. This, you're actually applying the force that cuts the bone, and sometimes you will not quite get it right. Oh, see, I got a little off on that one. Find that skin there. Hold your fingers. Just push that blade, holding that skin. Again, about halfway. Pushing that blade. Now let's say you messed up and cut all the way through that fish, just as an example. So you've got no place to grip it or to hold it. You can come here to the dorsal fin. If you mess up, don't stick your finger, and follow all the way to the other side and start this fish back in this direction, just to save it. And I'm still cutting. Now I can come on this side and still finish him out like that, because you're going to cut through some of them up here. You just, if you clean enough fish, that's just going to happen. But that's just one way you can come back and get something out of a mess that you made. I recommend everybody get them a fish cleaning table. This has been a great table. I've used it for quite a few years. I hook my water hose up to it. I run in water. I can do all my cleaning up here, and the table is high enough that it's at the right level for me to fillet fish. So I recommend you to get you one of these tables. I clean it up. I put it up. The legs fold up underneath the table. I bring it out here in the edge of the shop. I'm in the shade. I do all my filleting, clean it up, turn my fillets into the house here. So let's clean these fillets up. Hey, I hope this video helps you. If you've ever wondered, or if you tried or either struggled how to fillet fish. So remember, two different methods to fillet fish with. Hey, remember, it's a wildlife, and I'll see you on the water.